Hi, good morning, guys. First thing I want to do is tell you a couple things. Now, before we do this four-way video, I've had some people contact me about a lot of electrical videos that they want to see, which is excellent. That's what I want. And I had a piece of mail here that I want to show you guys. I have a young gentleman who is in the union, and he contacted me and asked me if he could give me some of his stickers. So naturally I said, of course, why would I not want his stickers? So I want to show you guys some stickers that he sent me. Guys, you know, before, this is going to be a little story, so if you don't want to listen to it, just fast forward it. I think what I'll do is I'll put a timestamp down below just to get straight to the video. But this is going to be a lengthy video because I'm going to show you guys how to wire a four-way switch from beginning to the end, like on a wall that has nothing on it. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. It's going to be completely like, this is, you're putting it in right now kind of thing. Later on we can go and we can diagnose if there's a problem in here. But right now, my main purpose is if you're figuring how to wire four-way from the get-go, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. Now, like I said, there'll be a timestamp down below to when this all starts. But first I want to tell you a little story. So I'm going to put my coffee down and I'll open this letter and I'll show you. All right, so like I said, we've been talking on Instagram, and that's probably, now if you do message me on Instagram and I don't see it right away, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I don't check Instagram a whole lot. Here recently I've been doing it a lot more. So if you send me a message there, which is probably one of the best places, or email is actually the best, because my email is always on my phone. So if you want anything, ask me any questions, personal questions, whatever, because I get a lot of emails from there. Some are bad, some are funny, and then of course some are legit. So let me show you these stickers he sent me. This guy's name is Blaine Cowan. He lives in Indiana, and like I said, we've been talking off and on for a little while. He's an IBW apprentice, and you know, this is the stickers he sent me, which is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any stickers yet. We're talking about doing some in our IBW, so this is the first one. It's IBW Local 873, so you can figure out where that is if you want to search it on the internet. Here's another one. And this is probably my favorite one. America, baby. So, Blaine, I want to say thank you. You've chosen an excellent field. I'm sure anybody that's an electrician that's watching this can definitely tell you guys that you've chose an excellent field to start in. And then this cup, of course, was a present from my buddy Ron. I use this thing religiously. I don't really show a whole lot. I start drinking coffee more when it gets a little cooler. Okay, so now story time, along with the stickers. So years ago, when I was not a union electrician, my grandfather retired from the union. After the war, World War II, he decided to join the union and pretty much retired in it. And let me tell you, when he did retire finally, he had such a great pension, a great bunch of people to go with, and he told me year after year, you're wasting your time not going to union. All right, Blaine, thank you for those stickers. It really does mean a lot to me. If we decide to get stickers, Blaine, I've got your address. You will definitely get stickers from IBW. Now, let's go ahead and jump right on into this. All right, so what we have here, now this is gonna be like, I'm teaching it like somebody who doesn't have any clue about anything. So this will be lengthy. I'm not gonna guarantee you that I will put timestamps on everything on this, because I'm gonna try, but it's gonna be so basic, and I just want this video to be very informative. So what we have here, now if this was a wall, let's just say, whether this be drywall, you cut these boxes in, or you have an open wall. Of course, you would never screw these like this to the stud. I just did this for video purposes. You know, you would nail them to the wall and blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that because I remove these boxes and I use this wall for a lot of different crap. So what we have here, now this would be in your ceiling. This is a box up here in your ceiling. Have your light or can light or whatever, and these will be your boxes. Now, let me explain to you when you use a four-way switch. First things first, a four-way switch is you have to use 2 3-ways first. So a 4-way switch would be, like, let's say you got 3 doors coming in, all right? You got your main door coming in. You have a side door, like this is a perfect, my house has this. So in my kitchen, I walk in the door. Down probably 25 feet, I have another door, all right? And then I can almost see my front door from where my back door is. So let's just say all those doorways I wanted to switch. Well, you have to have 2 3-ways before you have a 4-way. It's only 2 3-ways, and then after that it's 4-way, 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 4-way. So basically what I'm trying to say is you can't have a 3-way, a 3-way, and a 3-way. You can't do that, okay? It's 2 3-ways, and then 4-ways after that, okay? So just keep that in mind. You can't have a 3-way and a 4-way. So it's just 2 3-ways, and then 4-way, 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 so on and so forth, all right? Now, so in my house, I would have, this will be my front door, let's just say. This will be my back door, and this will be that door 25 feet down from here, okay? It doesn't really matter which way you do the 3-ways, 4-ways, so on and so forth. But for this demonstration, what I plan on doing is I'm gonna put the 3-ways on the ends and the 4-way in the middle. Now, obviously you would never have switches this close together, so just keep that in mind. This is just on a wall that's huge, because I don't want to waste, 100 foot of Romex showing you guys. I can show you condensed right here, and you guys will see exactly what to do, how to do it, and so on and so forth. All right, so what we got to do very first thing, all right, you're going to have power in one of these boxes. So power will come from your panel or a receptacle, preferably a panel, because I personally, when I wire houses, I would never, ever, now this is just me, there are many people who do things different. I would never come off of a receptacle circuit going to your light, especially now with the arc fault breakers and everything. You just don't want to do that. So get in the habit, if you can, okay, of running your lights and your receptacles separately. For instance, if you were to, this was a receptacle and you plug something in and it shorts out, your lights go out. Well, then you're screwed, because and especially in the dark, how are you going to get back to your panel to figure out, so you see what I'm saying? It's best if you short the receptacle out, well, then you still have lights to see where you're going. All right, enough of that crap. Let's go ahead and start wiring this. So what we're going to need to do first and foremost, we're going to designate this right here as the hot, okay? So we're going to make sure we know that this box will have the main hot power coming into it. This will be our 4-way. This will be our 3-way. So we'll have hot, a 3-way, a 4-way, and a 3-way. Also in this box, we'll have the switch leg going up to the light, okay? So normally, I've done 3-way videos before. I'm gonna link one right up over there in that corner. All right, that's the first one that I've done. I've done another one, not sure if it's out yet or not. I don't know when this one will be out. But there are several ways to do 3-ways, okay? And there's several ways to do 4-ways. But I'm just gonna tell you right now that check that video out that I linked. If you're not sure how to do the 3-way or you just want to watch it, it simplifies everything. Okay, so hot, 3-way, 4-way, 3-way, switch leg. All right, let's get her done, guys. All right, just so you guys know that everything that I use in this video, from the Kleins to the wire nuts, basically any parts, I will leave a link down below to my Amazon store. It'll be an affiliate link. That means you click the link, you can order it. It will not charge you a dime more. It'll help my channel out. I'll throw that money back into my video making, for instance, this, and I will use that money towards my channel. Now, it will not cost you a dime more. Guys, if you just want to even just look at the stuff, it'd be great. Just check it out. You can kind of see the prices. I will recommend this, and I will tell you guys that this is what I recommend because I've lived it. All right, what I recommend is using the right tools for the right job. What I mean is don't go buy, some cheap crap, because if you're doing this, like this, for instance, you're going to want some good stuff, because if you don't, you're going to suffer. All right, so I recommend 100% Klein tools, guys. All right, now, another thing I'm going to recommend, and I'm going to stand behind this for as long as I live. Always use 12-gauge wire. This is a 12-3. It has a white, black, a bare copper, and a red. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 12-3 from here to this box right here, right? Pretty simple, right? So we'll go ahead and we're gonna put it in. Now I'm gonna bring the camera close here when I get a little more in depth on this. But right now, I'm just gonna stick it in. I'm gonna show you guys, all right? All right, so what we have here now, we just put a 12-3 from here to here, all right? That's all we're gonna do for this box right here, right now. So now, this is the 4-way, like I mentioned, right? So what we're gonna have to do now, so we have a 12-3 from here to here. We're gonna take a 12-3 from this box to this box. Trust me, it'll all come together very shortly. We're gonna come out the other side of the box, or the same hole, it doesn't really matter, whatever you choose. I'm not gonna tell you which one to put it in. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. You gotta have to come in the hole that your wire's gonna fit in. So, let's go ahead and put it in. All right, so this is the basics. 12-3 from here to here, a 12-3 from here to here. And what we need to do is we need to take a 12-2 wire, because this is the one I designated as the switch box. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna go to this box right here. Real easy, right? Let's do it. All right, so this is 12-2. What you have inside this 12-2, let me show you. All right, you have a black, white, and just a regular copper, right? So in the 12-3, you had a red in here. So that designates your 12-3, 12-2, so on and so forth. All right, what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna take this wire. Let me cut this off, it's easy to put in the box. All right, we're gonna stick it in here. We're gonna pull it out. And then we're gonna take this wire and we're gonna stick it in here. Right? All right, so now what we have our hard wire done. So like I said, this is gonna be my home run. Let's say my home run from the panel. It's not gonna be a cord. Don't use the cord, use 12-2. I'm using the cord only because I wanna show you guys, because like I said, this is just a temporary wall. I always am changing this wall, so I made a plug up. Don't do this. This is just for me. All right, you would run a hard wire from here to your panel. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna put this in here. This is gonna be my home run. So let's just say this is 12-2. All right, so now the wiring is all complete. All we need to do now is finish it up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the camera, after I tell you about a 4-way real quick, and a 3-way, I'm gonna do one box at a time, bring the camera right here so you guys can see exactly what is going on. So before we jump into anything else, I wanna show you guys a 3-way, all right? This is a 3-way. This is a 15 amp 3-way. There's 20 amp 3-ways. I'm gonna just tell you that for this purpose, I'm using a 15 amp. This is what your 3-ways look like. So you'll have a traveler screw, which is brass. You'll have another traveler screw, which is brass, and then you'll have a common. This is a 4-way. Now I just bought this. You know, I'm on Amazon. This is where I got mine from. The cheapest spot, believe it or not. Is a 15 amp 4-way. Now, what makes a 4-way a 4-way? Well, let me just tell you. Every screw color is brass. So how do you hook it up? Okay, most of them, not this one for some reason, it probably does under the sticker. Most of them have arrows right here and they go up to these screws. So this right here, these top ones, right here where my 2 fingers are, that's gonna be one set of your 3-ways, which I'll show you here in a minute, don't worry. This will be your other set, okay? Pretty easy, right? So that's a 4-way. Pretty cut and dry. All right, so this we're here, remember, this is your hot, your 3-way, all right? What we're gonna do first, and what we always do first, is we do the grounds up first. That is what I always do first, and I will always continue to do first. First thing you need to do with the grounds, guys, is you need to put them together and you need to leave one hanging out. So let's just say that's the correct length, all right? You're gonna wanna use these strippers. Now, these are the dual strippers. These are my favorite strippers in the whole wide world of sports. You strip them out. Right, you're gonna take another piece of ground wire that you've stripped out or whatever that you have. We're gonna put them together and we're gonna twist. Just like this. You always wanna twist your wires. Do not get in the habit of letting the wire nut twist your wires, because that is jackleg crap and nobody wants to come after a jackleg. Now, with this, your wire would be solid, but mine is stranded because it's an extension cord. But anyway, you would twist all together and then you would just wire nut together, which would leave you with one ground wire sticking out. Pretty easy, right? What we have left We have our hot wire, which is right here. And then we have our neutral wire, which is very important. All right, we're not gonna phase or put a black tape on here. We're gonna use this. Now this is too long, but we're gonna leave it long. All right, you would take your Kleins, if both of these were solid, and they're not, but I'm gonna go ahead and pretend that they are, and you would twist, you know. The only reason why mine is not solid is because I do not have a piece of Romex coming from the panel. This is just an extension cord. Remember, this is just for temporary purposes. So your white from your panel would come and tie to the white in this 3-wire right here. All right. We're going to push this back in the box. Now, ordinarily, please don't say, God, that's an ugly looking box. Yeah, it is. I never leave my boxes that ugly. So what we're left with here is we know this is the hot from the panel, and these two right here are your travelers. All right. Now, what you could do, if you're, like when I first started, I was so nervous. What I always did, and I would just put a little curly cue, so I knew that these right here were the switch part of the receptacle. So we know that's the home run. Now, what maybe you should do right now is probably put a piece of tape on here or wire in it, but mine's not definitely plugged in. That way, if your wife's home, she doesn't say, hey, there's a wire off, and then there you are. But from this, I know there's nothing hooked to it, so I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so we're done with this box. We have our hot, our travelers, and we have our ground. All right, we're gonna move to the next box, the 4-way box. All right, what we have here now is we have to get the 4-ways taken care of. Well, we know right off the bat, the first thing we need to do is the ground wires, correct? Because that is first. So, let's go ahead and get them situated. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get them same length. I'm gonna cut them off. All right, we're gonna take that third, because you're gonna have to get another wire. You're gonna put them together, and you are going to twist them. Now these, from here on out, will all be able to be twisted, so you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. We'll put our red wire nut on. Push this back in the box, push this down. The next one we're going to take is our whites. And it does look black. If you're looking in the camera, I'm like, what? It's black. It's really white, trust me, as you guys can see right in here. I've used this, like I said, in other videos, and I had to put black tape on it before to show you guys how to phase a wire. Like I said, it's in the other videos if you want to watch it. Now, I'm going to have to use my strippers and strip that out. Please don't use your Kleins to strip out. People do it all the time, but it's not a good practice to get into. Do I do it? Yes, but I shouldn't. All right, so with the whites, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna tie them together and twist them. Always twist your wires. Don't be a half-ass. Twist, twist, twist your wires, guys. It's so easy. All right, that's what we're gonna do right there. We're gonna put a wire nut on it, and we're gonna send it. You can use yellow on these 2 wires. I'm using reds. All right, what we're left with. Now this is extremely important. Now you see what I did here? I left this set here this way. These 2 wires represent this cable right here. These 2 wires represent this cable right here. That is the most important part of this 4-way right here. These 2 wires, you can look in the box if you're not sure, because the sheath is in the box a little bit. It should be anyway in your box. It is in mine for sure. And I knew that. That's why I pushed it over. I should have told you that to begin with. But you want to make sure that the black and the red, the ones that you were using for this switch, this cable, is together at all times. So we're going to push it back over here. This one right here, same thing. It goes back this way. We're gonna push them there. What we're left with is exactly how we need to hook these up, all right? So for now, we're just gonna push them to the side because we know that the black and the red, these 2 cables right here are in this cable right here, or 2 wires, I mean. These 2 wires are here are in this cable. These 2 wires are in this cable. Let's move down to the last switch, and I'll show you how this one works. And what we have here is we have our 3-ways, right? Now this cable, these wires right here are these wires right here. So remember, these wires, this cable goes all the way over here. Here it is right here, okay? So we have to strip this right here out first of all. Now, what we gotta do, we're gonna start with which wire are we starting with first, guys? Hello? All right, you're right. We're gonna start with the grounds first. All right, good call, guys. So, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut these the same length. And we're gonna put this third one in here and we're gonna twist them. And then fold it over. All right, what we're left with is a black, red, white, white, and a black. Now we know that this is the 12-2, and this is the 12-2 right here going up to our light. We know that this wire is this wire right here. So what we're gonna do very first thing is take our whites, put them together, strip them out. We'll put our whites together. Now these strippers, I told you these are my favorite because they strip 2 wires at the same time. Watch this. See, there's 2 of them there. And boom. All right, so all we gotta do with these 2 white wires is just tie them together. So we'll just twist. Please do what I say, twist. Don't do no half-ass crap. All right, and we'll put a yellow wire nut on this one. And then we'll send it. All right, what we're left with is, we know that this is the switch leg. So we know that is the 12-2. So what I'm calling the switch leg is this 12-2 wire right here, one going to your light. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little twisty on this unit. All right, and we know that these 2 right here are our travelers. Now, let's go up to the light box and make that one up. All right, and the light box, like I said, all this would be stapled in normal people's boxes, but in mine it's not going to be because this is just demonstration purposes. So you strip it out. Now, the light that I'm using, don't get confused because I'm going to show you something and don't be like, what? Because anyway, every light nowadays comes with a ground wire. Every one of them, no matter where you get it from, unless it's like something old from 1970s or some crap like that, 60s. So the light that I'm using today, it's just a temporary light. All right, what I'm gonna use is just this little old pigtail right here. So it has no ground on it whatsoever. Now, you would never use this in your house, but I'm just saying, these, you can get them at Amazon, Lowe's, whatever. I got this one at Lowe's. So you just pull these off, and then what we're gonna do is, just for this purposes, we're just gonna leave them, you know, semi-long. We're gonna leave them hanging out of the box so you guys can see. So I'm gonna put 2 wires together, right, and strip them. Real easy, dual strippers, awesome. Get you a pair. All right, so we're gonna take these. Now, this light, obviously, I cannot twist the wires. I mean, I can, because they're a little stiffer, but you know, that's the best you're gonna do. I mean, I can't take my clients and do it because it's just stranded wire. But you always want to twist, 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 twist. All right, do the same thing with this. And twist it around. And we'll pick a wire nut on it. And I'm just gonna use an LED bulb. We're gonna work on our switch box here first, all right? Super easy. Now, I'm not gonna put these back in the boxes because I want you guys to see exactly what is going on. So there's no confusion here, okay? We do know this is the switch. Remember, 3-way, 4-way, 3-way. We're gonna start with this 3-way first. This cable right here is the one going up to your light. This cable is the one going to your other box over here. So we'll start right here with the 3-way, and we'll work it, and we'll together, and we'll go from there. So first thing you want to do is try to get all your wires together at the same length. I recommend that because if not, you're going to fight it. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and we do know that's the switch. So we want to go ahead. These holes in your strippers is to make these little curlicues, just so you know. All right, same thing here. Boom. All right, so we always want to start with the grounds first. So we'll put the ground on. Now, what I like to do with the grounds, because the ground screw is kind of hard always to put on, if you turn it like this, slide it in, and then roll it back down, it's perfect. All right, let's go ahead and tighten that unit up. Now, in the link below, I'll leave a link for the
Klein screwdrivers, and also this one right here. This one's a pretty good one. It's Milwaukee. You know, you get what you pay for. Remember, this is the switch, and these are your travelers. So what I like to do when the travelers, I've said this before, and there's no wrong or right reason. I'm just telling you what I do. On these two sides, that'll be your switch or your hot, the black, the common. This will be your traveler. So what I always like doing, I like to get the two blacks on one side and then the red on the opposite side. That way, it's no reason, but you can do whatever you like. I'm just gonna do that because that's the way I always do it. I've always done it like that, and that's the way I always do it. There's no wrong or right reason. All right, this is gonna be your other traveler. So we'll put it on. All right. And then your switch or your hot will go on the common. Now this box right here is the switch part of it, so go into my light. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten that one down. All right, this switch is completely done now. So we are ready to put this back in the box. All right, so now we're just kind of tacked in there. Now we're gonna go to our 4-way box right here. So let's move over. All right, now the 4-way is super easy. There's anything different about a 4-way except there's 4 wires plus the ground. All right, like I said before, if you don't know which is which, 100% sure, you can take a meter and you can put it on here. Once you know, like the leads, once you put the leads on there, you flip it up. If it goes beep on ohms or continuity, you know that's right. But I'm telling you, 90% of the switches that I've ever seen, except one in my whole entire career, I don't even remember what it was when I first started. I may have been dreaming, who knows. But they've always been, the top is one set, the bottom is the next. You always want to start with your ground first though. Let's go ahead and get this situated. Now you can take your Kleins like I'm getting ready to do. This is what I usually do. And I just take it and I put about, I don't know, about that far in there. So about what? Almost half. And then give it a little twist and it looks exactly like it should. That's usually what I do anyway. But you can use your strippers, whatever you have on, in your hand at the time. Once you get used to doing it, it's, pretty easy. So anyway, so now we got to remember, this side goes with this cable. This side goes with this cable. That is important as all can be right now. All right, ground first. And we'll just put it on and we will tighten it down. All right, now, like I said before, the bottom is one set, top is one set. So this is one set. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it on. You know that song? We're gonna keep it separated. Hey, hey. Well, when you're doing this, remember that song. Gotta keep it separated. All right, let's put it on. All right, tighten it down a little bit. Now these 4-ways are not cheap, I'm telling you, but Amazon seems to be about the cheapest spot I've seen. All right, so here's your other set. Remember, gotta keep it separated. It doesn't really matter if you do black on one side, red on the other. I'm going to match them. It's just because I'm not OCD, believe me, but I just like to be constant, so maybe I am a little OCD on electrical. That's probably about the only thing I'm OCD on. That's my wife, she'll tell you. All right, flip it around, and we'll put the same one in there, and we will tighten them up. We're gonna move to the very last box, which is this one right here. So I had a comment a while back that said, somebody said to me that you just think you know everything, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't think I know everything, but what I'm teaching you guys, I do know that. So, having said that, I just want you guys to know that all I know is what I know. And I do know electrical pretty well. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'm not a know-it-all, believe me. I don't think I do. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna strip these out. Sorry, I got a little off topic. Some of these emails I get, it's kind of like these people I'm trying to help out, after I help them, then they got something crazy to say. So I'm like, gosh, you must be really unhappy in your life. All right, all of them are the same length now. We're going to start with the ground. We have a 3-way. So, you see, this one fits perfect, so you can just put it straight on in here. Sometimes, like I mentioned before, you have to put them upside down and spin them around, because, you know, the curlicue part of this wire, you don't want, when you're twisting the wires, you want it to bend it down, or at least keep it on there and not unbend it, if unbending is even a word. I don't know, but anyway, whatever. So, like I said, this is the single screw. We're gonna put it on the red, because that's the, not the same color wire as the other two. So we do know that this is a what? Traveler. All right. So we'll put it on there and we'll tighten her down. All right, now this one, unfortunately, is just a piece of stranded wire, so we got to be kind of careful with this one. You never want to put stranded wire ever. Now, here I am saying that, and here I am doing it. But this is only for demonstration purposes. If you had a stranded wire in a box for whatever damn reason, you would want to put a wire nut on here with a piece of solid wire. But this is only going to be on just long enough to show you guys how the light works with the 4-way. So it's, I know I need to lead by example, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be that big of a deal for this little demonstration purposes. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. We have a 3-way, 4-way, hey buddy, and we have a 3-way. All right, let's get everything out of the way, see what happens. Plug this unit in and pray. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. If anything blows up and you don't see me no more, it's nice knowing you guys. Here we go. All right, we have light. We can see what's going on here. This is the 3-way, a 4-way, and a 3-way. Let's start here at this one and see what happens, all right? So you walk in your house. Well, first of all, let's say you walk in your house and the light's off, all right? So it's dark, you come in, boom. You come in, you turn it on, all right? Say you're getting ready to go to bed. You walk over to your 4-way, which will be, like, say on your wall, like it would be in my hallway wall, where you would turn it off, all right? Now, next morning you wake up, you're coming down the steps, here's the other switch, you turn it on. Cut and dry, right? All right, then you go back to your 4-way, because you're going down your hall and you're leaving to go out your door, and you want to leave your light on so you can come back in and see, boom. So no matter which way you turn these on or off, they're all right. Super easy, guys. People let 4-ways blow their minds. Let me tell you, I'm no different, because when I first started, I was like, oh my God, I gotta do a 4-way. Don't do half-ass crap. Nobody likes that. Nobody. If you have any questions, guys, please remember to leave me a message. You can leave me a message here on this video. You can email me, you can Instagram me. All my information is down below. Links for everything I used in the video will be down there for my affiliate link. So, like I said, it just puts money back in my channel. Patreon's down there. PayPal's down there. My address is down there if you have anything you want to send me, any special request. Either leave it there, email me, Instagram me, whatever. I am open to anything electrical, guys. Believe me, I love doing electrical videos. I love doing electrical. That's why I chose this as my field to go into, okay? I have conduit videos. I have all kinds of different electrical videos. All right, guys, if you like what you see here, like and subscribe. God bless. And we'll see you guys next one, guys. Have a great day.